mysterious meteor crashes into Earth nearly 400,000 years ago. Hidden inside that meteor is a terrifying creature unlike anything on Earth. Deep inside a cave, it kills a prehistoric man and keeps his bones as a trophy. Over time, the creature becomes known as the Bonekeeper. Thousands of years later, in 1976, a journalist travels to a cave in Scotland to investigate strange rumors. While exploring the cave, he discovers human bones scattered everywhere. Moments later, he is attacked by the Bonekeeper and disappears without a trace. Only his camera is left behind. Years later, we meet Olivia, the journalist's granddaughter. 2 weeks earlier, her mother mysteriously vanished. Olivia believes her mother went to the same cave where her grandfather disappeared. Desperate for answers, she gathers her friends and travels to Scotland. Along the way, they meet a travel YouTuber named Ashley, who decides to join the expedition after hearing about the Bonekeeper. Without realizing it, the group is heading straight toward a nightmare that has existed for hundreds of thousands of years. After arriving in Scotland, the group rents a cabin and begins searching for the cave. Their only lead is a local expert named Professor Harrison. That night, they visit a pub filled with missing persons posters. Many of those people vanished while searching for the Bonekeeper. The locals strongly advise them to stay away from the cave, but Olivia refuses to turn back. The group visits Harrison's house and asks for help. At first, Harrison wants nothing to do with them. Everything changes when Olivia reveals that she is the granddaughter of the missing journalist. Harrison allows them inside and shares a shocking secret. He possesses footage recorded by Olivia's grandfather before he disappeared. When examined frame by frame, the recording reveals a terrifying creature hidden in the darkness. Harrison believes the Bonekeeper is real. He even suspects it may be an alien life form connected to an ancient meteor impact. Harrison also reveals that he encountered the creature as a child and barely escaped alive. Despite everything, he agrees to help under 2 conditions. They must stay together, and they must never hunt the Bonekeeper. The next morning, armed with a map and a location, the group finally enters the cave. The deeper they travel underground, the stranger the cave becomes. Olivia discovers blood-stained clothing that may belong to a previous victim. Nadia and Robbie find a strange white substance covering parts of the cave. Under a microscope, they discover that something inside it is still alive. Meanwhile, Ashley becomes distracted while recording content for her channel. She falls behind the group and begins feeling like something is watching her. Horrifically, moments later, the Bonekeeper attacks. Ashley vanishes without anyone hearing her scream. Unaware of what happened, the others continue deeper into the cave. When they reach 2 separate paths, an argument breaks out. Harrison told them never to split up. But after a vote, they divide into groups anyway. It proves to be a terrible mistake. Nick goes back alone to search for Ashley. Instead, he finds blood, her abandoned phone, and evidence that something deadly is nearby. The Bonekeeper attacks him as well, and Nick disappears into the darkness. While Olivia's group continues forward, Nadia and Robbie investigate unusual activity deeper in the cave. Nadia becomes fascinated after spotting what appears to be part of the creature. Before she can react, the Bonekeeper attacks and drags her away. Robbie is left completely alone. As the survivors continue searching, they begin finding fresh human remains and abandoned equipment. It becomes obvious that many people have died in these tunnels. Soon they hear screams echoing through the cave. Hopefully, following the sound, they eventually find Robbie alive but badly injured. Then they make a horrifying discovery. The Bonekeeper is not alone. There are many of them. And hanging throughout the cavern are countless eggs. The group has accidentally entered the creature's nest. But they also discover something important. The Bonekeepers fear light. Using every light source they have, the survivors create a path and begin fighting their way out. As they climb toward the surface, the situation becomes even worse. They discover Ashley's severed leg, confirming her fate. Olivia refuses to give up hope for Nick and Nadia, but the evidence suggests they are already gone. Then, the group learns another terrifying truth. The Bonekeeper can use human bodies as hosts. One of the creatures appears while controlling Nick's body. Ethan uses camera flashes to force it back. Taking advantage of the creature's fear of light, the survivors finally escape the cave. For a brief moment, they believe the nightmare is over. They are wrong. While setting up camp, Robbie's condition rapidly worsens. The attack appears to have infected him with the same venom Harrison described years earlier. Ethan finally reaches Harrison and sends proof that the Bonekeeper exists. Harrison immediately contacts the authorities, but help may already be too late. That night, the Bonekeepers attack again. Robbie is dragged away first. Annabelle is nearly taken as well. Ethan manages to save her, but seconds later, he is captured and pulled back into the cave. Olivia and Annabelle realize nowhere is safe. Massive tentacles begin emerging from the surrounding forest. The two women run for their lives. Annabelle is eventually caught, leaving Olivia completely alone. Everyone who joined the expedition is now gone. Refusing to give up, Olivia returns to the cave one final time. Armed with every light source she can carry, she pushes deeper into the Bonekeeper's nest. Along the way, she finds evidence of her friends' deaths. Eventually, she discovers a body that appears to be her mother. The truth becomes impossible to deny. Her mother never escaped the cave. As the largest Bonekeeper approaches, Olivia prepares for the worst. At that exact moment, Harrison arrives with an armed response team. Explosives are placed around the cave entrance. Trapped inside, Olivia faces the creature alone. In a final attempt, she plays an old recording of her mother's voice. For reasons nobody understands, the creature suddenly stops attacking. The rescue team pushes into the cave and opens fire. Olivia is rescued just moments before the entrance is destroyed. The cave collapses, burying the Bonekeepers underground. Later, Olivia is confirmed safe, but Harrison remains concerned. Sealing one entrance does not mean the creatures are gone forever. And in the final twist, a secret military team reveals they were trying to capture a Bonekeeper alive. Unfortunately for them, the creature escapes and attacks, proving that the nightmare may not be over after all. And that's the story of a group of friends who entered a cave searching for answers, only to discover a nightmare that had been hiding beneath the earth for hundreds of thousands of years.